Okay, hello everybody. This video is going to be a bit different than most of my videos. It's a nice day. It's not too hot. It's kind of cloudy. So I'm going to be carving outside here today. This is a piece of red cedar, western red cedar. It's not the best quality of cedar, and I got this log for free off the beach. So what it's going to be is like a fantasy piece with like wood spirits, maybe one or two. Well, one for sure, one wood spirit, some roofs, maybe some windows, some rocks, possibly some bricks. Just, you know, it's just having a good time. I did that waterfall, and I just want to do one that I'm having a good time. And this is a video from my buddy Chris Burnett Skipper. He's doing an on-site carving, and he wants to do the wood spirit with the roof and all that fantasy theme. So I'm gonna do this video kind of to help Chris. Hi, Chris. And so the first thing that you would do is take off the bark. Say if you can't, like I'm lucky, this log's been sitting around for a bit, so the bark just peels off. You know, it's better if you're able to peel the bark off than have to cut it off with your chainsaw, because if you find this stuff on the beach or even from somebody's yard, there's a good chance there's sand in the bark, right? So I'm lucky enough, I'm able to just peel this bark off. So, but what you would do with your chainsaw, lots of people ask, and this is a chainsaw carving video. Lots of people would ask how to get the bark off. Well, here, and this is going to be like a real-time video. I'm not going to do much editing on it. I'm just going to, and it's going to be a long video, and I'll say, okay, well, now let's work on a roof. Now we're going to work on the wood spirit. We'll work on another roof, so you guys can skip forward or backtrack or do whatever you want to do. So this is my 170. This is just they call them the cheap throwaway steel saws. It's a 170 with a 6-inch cannon bar on here. And I'll show you how, if I wasn't able to pull this bark off, I'll just show you quickly. If there's gas in this, let me see if make sure it's filming. Okay. So that's how you do that. You just skin the bark off. You know, if you're doing an on-site carving, like we're pretending this is an on-site carving. You're doing an on-site carving. Get rid of the bark, check out the wood, make sure there's no rot in it. If you got the rot inside the wood, cut it out, just like I did right here. Skim it, right? Or skin it, or whatever you want to call it. I don't know. So I'll get this rest of this bark taken off. Well, it's already all off. That's perfect. Okay. So what we'll do is, I think we'll start with a wood spirit and a roof. I will do some editing. Okay. So we'll draw on the wood spirit and the roof. And where do you want it to be in your piece? You know, like, of course, I'm not going to carve this whole log, and I'm just going to carve like half of it so you see the face. This would be called a 2D carving. So let's see here. I don't know, I'll get a pen, we'll figure it out. Okay, so you want to have your center point of the log. So I got 3 different color pens here, red, blue, and black. So my center one will be red. Well, that's pretty wet, so that didn't work. Let's try the blue. Okay, well, whatever, there's our center mark. So first thing I'll do is, well, you know what I could do is I could carve this top as a roof and put a wood spirit up here, make it look like a birdhouse. But no, that's not. Yeah, I guess I'll do that. Your roofs don't have to be the same pitches. Well, actually, no, I'm not going to do that because that's not the point of the video. Because the tree that Chris has to carve on site There's no top. The top's like 20 feet up there. So he's got to start here on a tree. So our roof will be here. Okay? So what I'm going to do with this roof, so this will be like, I'm going to cut it this way. Pretend this is the chainsaw bar. I'm going to cut it. Let's see here. This might be a tricky video to make, but we'll just roll with it. If you want to watch it, you can watch it. If you don't want to, don't. So I'm going to cut it this, not true to the line. I'm going to cut it this way so you see more of the shingles, okay? Then our wood spirit will be right here. And then we could do more roofs up here. And then we'll do some rocks. And we'll just have a good time. I don't know. Okay. So I'm going to fire up the saw. Well, first of all, I'll put some gas in it. And get her going. Okay. So this roof here, the first roof, I don't know how well you guys can see it. I'm going to cut it in, okay? Because in that way, if you cut it, if I cut it straight this way, you're not going to see that many shakes because you want to have shakes on your roof. It's an old wooden shake roof, right? But if you cut it this way in, then you can see those shakes up in there, you know, like you get more shake. And then if you're worried about, well, what are you going to do? You're going to have to carve too deep in there because those shakes are so far in. Well, you just make a straight roof here. It's nothing, this is completely fantasy, right? It's just use your imagination and have fun. I don't care if this piece doesn't turn out, right? I'm not carving it to sell it or make a masterpiece. It's just me here having a good time. Okay. So there's 4 roofs. Hope you guys can see it okay on the video. So we got a roof here, one here, and one here. You know, I'm going to pull up my little Echo 2511. So when I was using that 170, I thought it would be safer. That's why to use my little Echo, I control it better, take this wood down. So, but there's our roof. So now with my little Echo 2511, I'm going to fuel it up. I'm just going to clean up inside here. It's just a fun carving, everybody. You know, it's fantasy. You just got to open up your mind and kind of let her roll. Okay, so here's my little Echo 2511. It's got an 8-inch Forester bar on there. I need to tighten that chain, but I'm going to fire it up and just kind of, let's see here, just kind of clean up the piece a bit. Nothing crazy, but I could take some more of this wood away. I could carve a little roof in, extra little roof in here too. You know, so let's do it. All right, was that filming? So there you can see the roofs. So, just like I said, open up your imagination. I'll pull up my die grinder later. Wood spirit time. Let me have a quick break here first. We'll draw the wood spirit in, carve the wood spirit, and maybe we'll get some more roofs down here too. Actually, I want to give a shout out to Steve Kenzora because he's the admin in our chainsaw carving and fusion group. He lives in Ontario by Skipper that's doing this on-site carving. I told Skipper he should message Steve and ask Steve about the on-site carving because I've only done 2 of them. Or 3. But anyways, Steve did one like this in a thicker log with a bunch of roofs and stuff, and I loved it. And I probably got the idea from Steve. So thanks, Steve. I'm already starting to make Christmas trees. Haha, gonna try and think of a new design. Okay, so on to the wood spirit. Just like your Dremel carvings, you have your center line. Where do you want to put your eyes? Man, that freaking freeway behind me is loud. So I want to put my eyes up high because this roof can be his hair, right? So then your nose. Well, that's not that good. Okay, so there we go. Could even put his eyes up a little bit higher. I think so. Yes, I do. So then you just redraw the nose on, scratch this out. Okay, then your mustache. So that's all you need to draw on right now. You don't even really need to draw your mustache on right now, but so what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut on these eyes, cut the nose here. I'm going to bring it down here, here. Then I'm going to do my original cuts first. Then you're going to see me start chipping out the wood. So, for example, it'll be a straight cut here. Pretend this is my chainsaw bar, this pen. Straight cut here. Then I'm going to come over here and cut like that. And you'll see this whole piece pop out. Same with this side. So a straight cut in the eyes. I'm not trying to like make a masterpiece here. I'm just trying to show you guys. Anyways, I should probably fill up my saw first. And once again, I'm going to be using my little Echo 2511. Okay, saw is fueled up. So I suggest to anybody, if you want to try and get into chainsaw carving, just go to your local steel dealer. I'm a steel guy, so I don't know about Husqvarna and Echoes and stuff like that, even though this is an Echo saw. Go to your local steel dealer and just ask for a 170 and ask them to order you a carving bar and a quarter pitch sprocket. So that's your cheapest, best bet to go. A 170, a steel 170. Okay, start over, Jordy. Steel MS 170 with a 12-inch carving bar, quarter pitch, and a quarter pitch sprocket, 50 gauge. Okay, anyways, carry on. mustache. Okay, now I'm going to cut on the outside of the mustache, get rid of this wood. I'll do it over here so you guys can see. Hope this thing's recording. Yeah. Okay, so there you can see. There's your nose, your eyes. This guy's not going to have real eyes. I don't want to get into detail carving. I might, I don't know, but this video will be too long. So there you go. So now I'm going to draw the inside of the mustache in. Now you can have your mustache come down this way, this way. Let's give this guy an open mouth, like it's a kind of a birdhouse thing. Okay. Guys see what's going on there? Anyways, carry on. Okay, so now I'm going to use the tip of my bar for the very beginner to avoid kickback like the saw doing this. Use this, the bottom corner of your bar. Don't try and use this top part of the bar unless you're a real pro. Use down here because then you won't get any kickback. I'm going to slowly remove the wood in that mouth. I can fix up the mustache later. Okay, so before I get ahead of myself, you're going to see me using the bottom of the bar again, right here at the tip. That's why these carving bars are good, because they don't kick back. Okay, so I'm gonna scoop out below the eyes. Okay, so there you can see now, let's see a side view. Nose is a little bit flat, that's okay. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to do an upcut like this to take the bridge of the nose down and get this part to stick up higher, like this. So another thing I can do too, what you're going to see me do is I'm going to cut here and remove more of this mustache. Your mustache doesn't need to be sticking that far off the lip. Okay, so now you can see how the nose is sloped back. It's hard to see because I'm getting deep inside there. Now I'm just going to run around and clean it up. And what I'm going to do now, I'll show you guys too. And girls, and things, or whatever they call them. So I'm going to cut here and I'm going to give them cheekbones. So what I'll do is cut this line and then remove some of this wood and just kind of make it so the deeper that you carve, the better it's going to look. Okay, so the rest can be die grinder stuff. So here's the eyebrow here, they're pretty well the same height. Nose is a little bit off, that's okay. I'll do that with the die grinder. Got our deep cuts here. So I cut deep here, then I push the mustache back, means carved it deeper to get these cheekbones to stick out a little bit higher. Feels like there's a spider crawling down my ass crack. Anyways, so this mustache, see how thick it is here? I'm going to take some more of it off to make these cheekbones stick out a bit higher. Okay, I don't know how this mic sounds when I got the microphone on. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to carve in some beard hairs and stuff. Not much. Okay, just a little bit, because I don't know what I'm going to do down here. I know this needs to go. Okay, there's our wood spirit. So I'll clean the rest up with a die grinder. Now let's talk about some more roofs and some rocks. So I'm just gonna kind of wing it and let's draw the roofs on. So we'll do big one here, one right here. And then I'll carve this roof in. I'll time lapse this. Is this mic on? Yeah, I'll time lapse this because I've already done the roofs up here. And then we can carve a window in this here. And then I'll do some rocks kind of blending up to the, I think that's all Chris wanted to see, the rocks, the roofs, and kind of, sort of how, something, I don't know. Okay, so now I'm going to go down here. I'm going to draw in a window up here, I guess. Do I want to have a door on this? It doesn't need to have a door, but I could draw a door on over there. But what I want to do is one of my Japanese spiral spins for my buddy James out there in Australia, Tasmania. He asked me if I could make a video how I do it. So I'll draw that on quickly. We'll do a window up here, and maybe we'll do some rocks. Okay, let me pull up my chair. You can see the wood bugs on the wood right here right now, because their home was underneath the bark. So the sooner you take off the bark, the sooner that all the bark's removed from this whole piece. Is this thing filming? Yeah, sorry. Okay, so window. It's kind of whatever. And we'll put a door over here. I don't know if you guys can see that. But then, so this will be the bottom. And we'll do rocks up here. So this carving's based on Japanese kind of wind stuff. Get out of here, wood bug, little baby. So, you know, Japanese winds, lots of Japanese art's like spirals. And it's the most soothing stuff for me to do. Or wind lines, you know, like just nice fluent lines. So I'm going to start, where do I want to start with this Japanese thing here? We'll go like this. Okay, that's going to be one line, but you can branch. So you and you don't want to carve this too thick because it's a real bitch to get in there too. So what I'll do first of all, I'll go with my saw on the outline straight in and cut it. Okay, not too deep. I'm going to do this pretty shallow because the deeper that you cut in here and make it like a high point, this would be the high point and your low point would be here. It's harder to clean up inside here, right? Once that you carve deep. But you know, these things can also, if you look at Japanese wind tattoos, they branch off. There's other lines that go in here too, and then you can branch it off. I like to branch them off and go like this, and you just kind of have fun, you know. So I think what I'm going to do is carve we'll make it so these are like bricks on the window here. I'm going to carve this in with my little 2511 Echo, this window, and the door in. then remove this wood, right? I'll have to redraw this on, but I won't redraw it on, I'll just carve it. But you can see, James, how I do it. That's how you draw it on. And yeah, so remove some of this wood to make it deeper in here, the window, and then remove some of this wood up here, and just, I don't know, have a good time, right? So you even need a door? I guess so. Whatever. I'm going to eventually raise this up on a log because I don't like carving lower. It's hard on the back. Okay. Okay, so I've basically done this all in real-time carving so you guys can see how much time I spent. So there's my Japanese wind line thing. I'm not going to do too much carving on this side because you can't really see it. I left this part open because I might carve a couple rocks in here, then blend the beard mustache into it. So the roof's there, and there's the door. This white wood, so for the very beginners, this would be called your water wood, right? So you can see right here, different color, it's soaking wet. I can see water pouring out of there. But this stuff where it's white is pretty dry. So, you know, when you're doing an on-site carving or carving a log like this, let me explain this so you guys can understand for the very beginners that never really worked with wood. This white wood, the wood on the outside of the log is going to rot first before the inside of the wood, if that, in my opinion, if that makes sense to you, okay? So if this white wood was rotten or punky, like super soft, I would have cut this off and gotten to the hardwood. This stuff looks it's got a nice color. It's kind of purplish, pinkish, but it's going to go, it all goes brown. It all goes brown once it's weathered. Okay? So now what I'm going to do is I got this, just a cheap Walmart grinder with 36 grit sandpaper on here. Hi, Steve. And if you're watching this, I'm going to run around and clean up all the roofs before I cut the shingles in, okay? So, and it like, I'm not trying to make this piece perfect. It's a chainsaw carving, right? So I'm just going to clean it up. I'm not going to worry too much about stuff, you know? So then I'm going to do that. I'm going to come along and I'm going to cut the shingles in, and then we'll get to the rocks and stuff. Like I said, this might be a long video. Don't care. You care? Okay, so you guys can see I quickly hit it. So now for shingles, you can, I don't know if I should do the shingles yet, but I might as well. You can do them any way you want. Like, so I'm looking straight on at the piece. So I just kind of go like this. Doesn't matter, just cut them in, make them look like shingles, right? Right, so I'll do these cuts. I'll do these cuts, pretend this is my chainsaw bar. So I'm going to go like this. I could cut it straight in and then do another cut to remove some wood underneath each course of shingle. But I'm going to come in and cut it like this with my bar. So then hopefully I don't have to do another cut. I can just do one cut underneath to make each shingle. These, like I said, this is just going to be a quick thing, right? So let me get the saw fired up here. This will be a good one. Okay, so now you can see how the shingles pop out. They're a little bit big, don't care. You can use your Dremel to cut in the shingles too. This is just a quick demonstration for my buddy Chris and all you guys. Just show you kind of, just carve it and get it done. That's all. Have fun. There's that spiral down there. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to get another little tiny foot log, lift this up and carve rocks down here. I can carve rocks. So I left the space open, carve some rocks right here. Carve a couple rocks here, let the mustache bleed out into the rocks. Kind of rocks right there, and some right up here. Then I'll pull out my die grinder, do some quick cleaning up, do some burning. This hardwood inside here is pretty dry. So carry on. Okay, you can see I got it lifted up on that log now, so I can sit on that chair and do the rocks, which was not a very good idea because this is still not a light log. It's light, but not that light. But my back's sore below my ribs on the right-hand side. I don't know. Anyways, it's a pulled muscle. Carry on. So I do the rocks in, let's see, 3 stages. First of all, I carve them with the chainsaw. I'll draw them on just to show you guys, but I normally wouldn't. I carve them with the chainsaw. Then I use a die grinder. No, sorry, 4 stages. I carve them with the chainsaw. I use a die grinder to smooth out the carve lines. Then I would burn them or paint them. Then I'd use a flap sander to clean them up. So let me finish these rocks when this is up here to show you guys. I'll show you the stages that I do. Okay, so you can see I got the most of the bottom done. Man, it's hot out here. It's getting hot out. So I showed how I did the rocks, Chris. I showed that. This one's not that clean. I'm hurrying up on this piece to get it done. There's the window, door's over there. So if you're going to do an on-site carving or a carving soaking wet wood, well, the water wood was soaking wet, you might want to carve the rocks, then give it a day or two to dry out, then burn it. You'll save yourself money on the propane or whatever fuel you use, because you won't have to burn it so deep. It will be dry, it will burn real quick, and you can move on to the next one instead of it taking a while to burn it when it's wet, right? So, or if you don't burn it, if you want the, because eventually this burn, the sun, if somebody buys this or gets it and puts it outside and puts it in the sun does eventually take the burn looks away, years away if they put a good urethane on it. The paint will stay longer, right? So the paint will always be there if you do it the black paint, then sand it just like I did burning. So, oh man, getting warm out. So you can see I got most of the bottom half done. So you can see I brought the rocks above the roof. Hold on, I'll put my coffee down and I'll spin it so you guys can see what's going on. So you bring the rocks up so it looks like they're, you know, they start down here and then this whole piece is made out of rocks. Can you guys see the top there? I don't know, I can't see, it's so sunny out. It's hard to see the screen. So you see the rocks down here, then the rocks here. So there's rocks up here too, on the outside of the wood spirit's beard. I still got to carve some more rocks here. Then you can see here that there's rocks down there, and then they come up here too, and I'll carve a couple more here, then I'll burn this. And even the roof, I burnt it, sanded it again. I don't know if I want to do anymore. I don't know. Like I said, I'm having back problems, so when you have a back problem, it makes you feel tired all the time. I guess I'll finish. I'm going to finish the wood spirit. I'm not going to carve him real eyes. He's going to get hollow eyes. I'll do in the mouth. I'll just finish it and I'll show you guys what it looks like when it's done. Okay, carry on, carry on. Yes, I signed it. Sign your pieces, people. So it's done. Man, it's like a friggin' sweatshop out here. The heat is just pounding down. Okay, so that's it. Hope this video is going to be able to help you, Chris. And I made this video for everybody, but Chris especially because he's doing that on-site carve. And I want to say thanks for all the help on Facebook in the Carving Fusion group, World of Wood Carvers. Okay, let me give this a few spins so you guys can see it. And there's one thing more I want to do. So I basically carved 3/4 of this log. See, that's just basically the only side I didn't carve. I didn't bother putting rocks up there, I just burnt it. I'm gonna put spar urethane on this. I'll leave it under this tree for a couple days to dry out. But what I'm gonna do now, let's see if we're on film, I'm gonna do a release cut on the back. So some people suggest it, some people don't suggest it. So what you do is you get your chainsaw, you turn the piece around, and you find the center of the wood up top. I'm not gonna bother. I'm gonna cut about this deep into the log, like almost halfway. So I'm gonna put a slit all the way down it, okay? And then hopefully that release cut will make it so the front of this piece doesn't crack. Does that make sense to you? Because the wood wants, it pressurizes and it wants to split. So if you do that release cut, anyways, hopefully it won't crack. So I'm going to turn this log. So perfect. Here's the center. Oh no. So I'm just going to go like this, make a cut all the way down it, about this deep. Oh, I can hear it cracking already. I don't know if you guys can still hear me. Oh man, my back. I can hear it cracking already. So that's it, everybody. Hope you enjoyed this video, and I hope it's given you some tips. Oh yeah, under the tree it goes. Under the tree that day, it's where I drew some blood. Thanks, everybody. Get this dead branch out of here. This is a hawthorn tree, spiky wood. See all the little spikes on it? Anyways, carry on and have fun. And I hope this video is 5 hours long. Okay, bye.